Hello, this is Sherry Barrett from Dancin' and Doodlin'. Today I'm going to be doodling. I just got back from vacation and I'm returning to this project that I've been working on. And so currently what I'm doing is I'm putting this tangle called Barone um, along the outside circle. And so I need to get my hand back in, but I don't want to start work right on here. So I have a scrap paper here that I'm going to get started on. And feel free to grab a pen and a piece of paper to join in with me because it's a really simple tangle and I think you'll enjoy it. We begin by making our first stroke, which simply comes up in a curve like that. And then the next stroke comes from the bottom and curves like that. And so I'm just going to go through and do these, and I'm trying to practice getting them a similar size and shape, and as you can see, I'm out of practice, so they're a little funky. All right, so that's the gist of it. I'll go ahead and just finish doing the whole line. Now, I don't normally make it this way. I usually do them one at a time, but I'm doing it this way so that you can see how easy it is in case you want to draw along with me, right? Because it's just a little line with a swoop on the end. It's almost like a 9 that you didn't close. But now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to close these. So I like to bring mine in like this and then give it a little head. Here's the little head, and this one comes here like this. Can bring this one down. This one comes in and give it its head. This one comes down. Bring that one like that. Like that. Yeah, see, this is why we don't do it on the good one, because we need to get our practice back in. All right, so that's the basic thing. And then we come back in and we put these orbs in here. This spot's a little bigger. It can have a couple in there. Put an orb in here, here, and here. And then we'll put a couple orbs, however many will fit, in this space here. Oh, see, that was messy. But again, this paper is for my practice. I'm a little jet lagged. We just got back from vacation. My daughter got married in Ireland. It was beautiful. And my husband and I went to Venice for a few days while we were out there, and also visited a friend in Northern Ireland. And we just got back a couple days ago, and I'm a little jet lagged, is why I need to get my hand back in before I start drawing on. This is the piece that I'm working on at the moment. And I want to make sure that I do get my hand in nice and even before I put it on there. And you can draw along with me. Just grab a pen, or you can even just use your #2 pencil that you might have to hand. And I don't know about you, but I have Post-it notes sitting here on my desk. You could grab one of these and join me. Okay, so the other part of this design is we're gonna add some little flourishes here. These are just some upside down teardrop shapes that you can put in here. And then to give them a little movement and a little life, we just do a line and a couple of dots. So I'll add that here as well. And you might be wondering what kind of pen or pencil I'm using. I'm using a Pigma Micron 01. This is one of my favorites. And this color is blue. I like this blue. I like how it's behaving. We'll put those in there. And the name of this design is Barone. So this is a tangle from Zentangle that my girlfriend Amy Brody taught me. And I like it. I think it's a nice little decorative design. Ugh, my hand's a little jittery, but that's okay. We'll get there. So after that, we might go in and fill in these spaces. But because I'm just practicing getting that going, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I might go ahead. Let's see, am I brave enough? No, I'm going to do another line of practice just to try to get my hand in. So I tried to mimic that. The way I usually do it is I usually draw the whole thing at one time like this. And I think when I go like this, I'm a little bit better at getting them a uniform size and shape. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And so I'm getting one orb in there, and I'm getting about two in this space. And I kind of like that. I don't like it to be too matchy-matchy. So let's go ahead and we'll try to draw on the real thing. That's working pretty nicely. So feel free to grab a pen and a piece of paper and draw along with me. This is a nice little decorative element that you can add to things that you're drawing. I am working on a compass rose. I've been working on this for a few weeks now. As you can tell, it's got a lot of detail in it. And let's see, let me go back and finish filling this in. Yeah, that's working. I just color in these places, gives it a little more depth and interest when we color those in. And I'm using a Pigma Micron 1, if you're wondering how I'm getting these nice clean lines. I am also a big fan of their PN. PN just stands for plastic nib, isn't that funny? But if you're a little heavy-handed, I find that the PN is more forgiving. I don't often use a pen smaller than a 1. The 05, my daughter likes to use that one a lot, but she does tiny little pendants. She's over at paintedpendants.com if you want to see the really cool necklaces that she makes. She does these itty-bitty paintings. They're pretty great. Okay, that's coming along pretty well. Now I'm going to go back in and fill in my gaps and add some orbs. Feel free to grab a pen and paper and join along at any time. This design is called Barone. It's spelled B-A-R-O-N-E. That's the name of a Zentangle pattern. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the creator of this pattern. But anyone can do this. Some people are like, oh, I can't draw that. Look at that. That's too complicated. Sure you can. Just one little bit at a time. One little bit at a time. Okay, my last little bit is coming up here. I'm just going to go right over top of that pencil. And believe it or not, this kind of drawing is very relaxing because it's rhythmic in nature and you're just repeating the same movements over and over. It feels really relaxing. And so if you've had a stressful day, grab a pen and a paper and join me and relax. And some people say, oh, what's the point of doing art if you're not going to sell it or make some money? Who knows? Maybe you will. And if not, maybe it was just good for your own mental health and it made you a nicer person that day. I know my family thinks that I'm a better person if I've taken some time to draw. And honestly, I haven't been drawing as much as I should lately. So I pulled out this project and I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep working on it and get it finished. And so a little bit at a time and we'll get done. And I know it might be boring to watch this, so that's why you need to go and get a piece of pen and paper so you can draw along with me. That's the point. And you're like, but Sherry, I'm not an artist. I don't care. Try anyway. Give it a go. See what happens. Maybe you are and you just don't know it yet. Could happen. Hello, Martias Bays. Welcome. Sorry if you've been here a long time and I just am now noticing. Grab a pen and paper and draw along with me. I'm just drawing little orbs to fill in these spaces and coloring in the space in between to give it a little bit of depth. Sorry I don't have any background music for you today, just the sounds of my stomach probably. I was traveling for 9 days and so now I just got home and you know it's good to get the food that you're used to eating again. But then your belly's like, oh, things happened to us while we were traveling. Yeah, it happens. Oh, I'm so excited. We're almost finished this design part. There we go. That was the last bit of it. Okay, so I have my blue all the way around. And now I need to decide if I want to add, oh, thanks, cool drawing. I have to decide if I want to add the flourishes to it or not. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add those. Oh, thank you, little girls. I'm glad you think this is cool. Yeah, I've just been working on the blue part, and I think that I'm going to go ahead and add the next part, which is the flourishes. So I'm going to practice them. This is where I practice before I actually put it on my actual drawing. So I'm just going to do a couple more of these. And these are the part that I'm going to work on next. And see, my hand's a little shaky, so I'm trying to get those kinks out before I go to my good one. Look, that one's trying to get out of the drawing. Ridiculous. Okay, there we go. And if you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and draw along with me, you're welcome to. So to make the first one, I just do a little loop like that, and then I bring it back down, and then I draw another little loop like this and bring it in there. So that's all there is to making this pattern. And then I pop a circle in here, and I like to put 2 in here. And then it's in this space in between that I draw these little dooders. Flux, I think is what you're supposed to call them. But I like dooders. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the love. Oh, the 3D will come in later when I do the shading. I don't know if I'll get to that today. I'm just trying to finish getting this in. So I think I practiced a few of those fluxes, and I'll start putting those things in there. Oh, thanks for being my fan now. That's very nice of you. I hope my hand isn't in the way and you can actually see what I'm doing. I move around a lot here. There we go. And it's up to you how big you want these to be and how much you want them to stick out. So I think that I like this format for going live. I like to draw with other people so that I'm not all by myself. Because art can be kind of lonely. I know some people like that. I might be the only extroverted artist I know. I think that's what makes me a good teacher, is I can talk while I draw. Yes, I was that kid who got detention all the time for talking in school. But sometimes if I get in the zone, I will get quiet. You won't hear from me very much. But grab your piece of paper and try this with me. It's very fun. I'm just adding flecks, and we make the flecks by making a little upside down tear shape, and then I do a line and a couple dots. Just helps to give it movement and make it look like maybe it's alive, maybe there's something happening there. Maybe those are little seeds or little veins in a leaf. But really it's just decorative. It's just for fun. And they do not all have to be perfect or the same. If you want perfect or the same, use AI. We have robots who can do that now. This is for people who don't mind seeing a little mess. Oh, welcome back. I'm still moving right along. I want to try to get this part finished before I have a training call at 4 today with YouTube. So I'm in this vertical live boot camp, and it's making me brave enough to go live. And so this is my third or fourth time now going live. So I'm not perfect at it yet, but we'll figure it out. How's the weather where you are? We have big winds outside my window today. They say it's only 33 miles per hour, but let me tell you, in the 80-foot trees, that's flowing. Feel free to leave whenever you need to. I understand life calls. We can't watch people draw all day, but hopefully it's soothing and relaxing. Oh gosh, that was bad. You're going to play something. Okay, have a great time. Have fun playing. Your place is calm. That's good. It's just cold. Okay. Ugh. This is going along nice and quickly. You're going to practice softball with your dad today. Oh, how fun! How fun! Well, that will warm you up quickly, I'm sure. That's great that you have a dad who'll practice with you. The gal who owned this house before me was a really good softball player. And so the funny thing is, as we were like cleaning up the yard and weeding and things, We find softballs all over the yard, and it makes me so happy because it just reminds me of the gal who used to live here. And now she's in high school and she's a really great player. So art, usually I do the fast videos where it goes really quickly. Like I'll show you how I do all of this in 30 seconds. And so I totally understand you popping in and out while I do this because it's slow going, but I think I made it all the way around. All right, I just have to fill in like this right here. I have a couple little spots maybe that could use a little something. Now, one of the reasons I like using the Pigma Micron 01 pens is because they dry really quickly. Some markers that I use, I end up smudging because I'm not careful about my hand. And I love that with the Pigma Microns, I don't have to worry about that. I can just keep right on going. But there we go. I have finished what I set out to do today, which was to get this border done. So the next time I come on, I'll be working on what I'm going to put in these triangles parts of my compass rose. So thank you everybody who popped in and said hi today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye. Take care now.